Morning. As far as, well, I just started making bows, and I had just been breaking a lot of sticks, had no success, probably violating the first two fundamentals of making bows. Is you're not using the right material, which I know some of you have done in the past, and the second one is it dry enough? Does it have the right moisture content for a bow? Yeah, that's it. You can't cheat those two things. You have to have a material that'll work, and you have to have it at the right moisture level. Boom. If not, you're just whittling. But I went to Alpena's Home Depot. And this is important. Alpena, Michigan. South of Rogers City, their Home Depot. And I'm used to Petoskey, Michigan, which is on the other side of the state, about the same latitude. Petoskey, Michigan's Home Depot, and what you expect. A lot of people that are knowledgeable about the products, contractors work there, had enough of being on their own. It's a good place. You walk in the door, hi, can we help you? Can we help you find something? Just chatting. Good, solid business. We go to Alpena, and it's like customer service. Basically, they're like, screw you. I'm wandering around. Employees are seeing me look for something, and they just ignore me. Walking into the tool section to buy stuff, including a 12-inch blade for my compound miter saw, which was easy to find. But I was looking for some other bits and baubles. And this guy, as he's passing me, an employee in that section, looks the other way as he's passing by me. The cashier was an absolute jerk. I can't say enough bad things about it. It's probably, I don't know. But I'm going to go to Sheboygan. Basically, you drop $400 at a store, which is not like, I'm building a house, I need all my materials quality, but that's a sizable chunk of change, and you expect the people to have some modicum of customer service, and they had zero. Go to Walmart afterwards, total opposite. The employees there were great. But anyway, getting back to the wood selection, if you're just absolutely starting out, you don't have access to the woods, and you don't have the knowledge base yet, you will in about 20 seconds, to work that green piece into a bow, put it in the dark, away from the wind, let it dry a little slowly, secure it on a 2x4, so it doesn't warp or anything, whatever. Then let it sit in the sun after a week or so, and then after maybe 3 weeks, when it's lost a lot of moisture, stick it in your car, park it in the sun, and solar kiln it. But a very safe way for a newbie, I bought the same stuff, so somebody that's made bows. Red oak, big box store, Menards, supposedly has more selection, cherry and maple and stuff like that. But red oak is a good wood. And you want to, I'll just grab this, which is going to kind of violate it, but I know what I'm doing here. You want to look at the lines, which this doesn't. This is kind of flat sawn because I wanted to mimic actual stave bow. But as a beginner, straight lines all the way down. And it's easier to do in a 2-inch wide board than a 10 because it'll go from maybe quarter sawn, which means the plane of my hand is the growth rings, to then angling, then not, and then reversing. But a 2-inch wide, 3/4 oak board, safest bet. Straight lines. Look at the ends. I always look at the ends. 45 degree. This again is flat sawn, so it's going to look like a stave made bow. But I've got a selection of wood, and I'll look at it, and the 6s, I can get 2 paddle bows out of. They're 6 feet long, 72 inches, so that's fine. They're 6 and 6-inch bows. That long one right here, cut it in half. Series of 48-inch bows. 4 on the bottom, 4 on the top. 8 horse bows. Then we go to this. That's 3 paddle bows or 3 talismans, or maybe 4 if I wanted to make my snake bows. A lot of bows in there. And then this one It's a wasted foot, but I can use that for risers or whatever. You know, 3 more paddle bows. So there's quite a few bows in there. 3, 6, and 8, 14, 16, 18, 20. 20 bows. All at Home Depot. What was I going to say? Now, Home Depot is also good. I didn't want to trouble them to help a customer. But suppose I had a 10-foot board and I only needed 6 feet. You can take it, they'll cut it, and you only pay for 6. But yeah, that... I don't want to go to Alpena. I Karen'd. First time I ever Karen'd. Instead of calling up, because the goofball couldn't find that sticker down there, and I didn't see it either, but you know, he works there. Instead of calling to get the whatever numbers on that, you know, scan it and get UPC or PLU or whatever, AFL-CIO, he had me walk all the way to the other store and get another board so he could scan it. Didn't want to trouble himself. Well, I grabbed the biggest damn board I could find, the longest board, so he'd have to carry it back. I go, will this work? Alpena's Home Depot stinks. And it was so funny that Walmart right next door was customer service. I am tired. Got to be at the place of my employment at 7. I woke up at 4. I always wake up at 4. Usually I go to bed about 9 or so. But at 9, lifted my turtle out of the pond. I'm not confident in this new pond yet to let her free roam within the fenced-in area. Maybe she can get through the fence somehow. So she's agitated lately, not eating much. She was born in 92, so she's an old turtle. It was possible that, you know, she's on her way out. But no, started laying eggs. That's why she's been agitated the past week or so. And so she laid her eggs there. And you start a turtle laying eggs about 9, 9:30. Takes them 1 to 3 hours. So we wind up, just because of the clatter from the world's largest limestone mine is like 5 minutes away. It's really cool, actually, because freighters load there and stuff like that. 5 minutes down, the access road to see everything, because it was like rock and roll time down there. We wanted to see the giant dump trucks and all that stuff. The gates were closed, so we came back. 10 minutes. After a couple hours of watching that turtle lay eggs, in 10 minutes she was gone. But Myrtle is a good old turtle. Shining the flashlight on the water, she popped up, said hello, and then went back down, and, you know, all was good. Well, that is about it. Yeah. Can't wait to get started. And I've been working on a lot of stave-made bows. I actually, Joe, working on more than 10. I'm working on 12 stave-made bows all at once. And it's like, yeah, that's a lot of bows, but they're not going to get finished right away. After work, where I'm tired of selling vegetables, I'm going to work on my board bows here and get those things cranked out. Got 2 main designs I want to use besides the paddle bow. I also have this one. I'm not going to call it the Boy Scout bow. It would be a great, simple bow, kind of a U-finish thing. Sell them as packages of, I don't know how many bows, 5, 6, whatever. However many they wanted. You know, and then the kids can finish them and have a real working bow. But I was saying that I'm not going to call it the Boy Scout bow anymore, or the Michigan bow. Just call it the Scout bow. Because definitely we want to get the female of the species involved in shooting too. That'll, for one thing, make it easier, you know, when you buy way too many bows, you know, and explain to your wife. If she is like into bows too, it's cool. You don't have to hide them in your truck. Well, that is all. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.